Hey guys, it's Dan again with Car Chase Heroes here for another episode of Under the Hood, and this time we're going to give you a sneak peek into what it's like being one of our HGV truck drivers. We're here at Abingdon. It is lovely and sunny and one of the biggest events that we run in the entire year. So what better place to show you how our truck drivers get our cars from A to B and everything in between. To start this episode, we need to go back a couple of days to our workshop, back at HQ where all of the planning and the loading takes place. So let's go and take a look.
The Car Chase Heroes machine never really stops. While most people are asleep, somebody, somewhere is fixing, cleaning, loading, or driving something. Every lever controls a different movement. Raise this deck, lower that one. Tilt another, fold this section. And because one complicated control panel clearly wasn't enough, they fitted one each to the truck and trailer.
So right now what we're going to do is load the Golf GTI, the high-speed ride car. This particular one goes over the cab backwards. Ready? Now although I'm going backwards, my main role is to watch 100% what the guy in front of me is doing to make sure I'm going the right way.
It looked like you had loads of distance on the back and he said, whoa.
I'm just doing as I'm told, don't look at me.
No, I know, you've got a foot long in the back. I don't know what he's on about. Bit more.
And you obviously can't see this, but I am literally over the top of the cab. The rear wheels are in a well over. So without having the camera in the car, without having Cole there telling me where I'm going, it literally looks like I'm dropping off the face of the earth. You might tell me here.
A Formula One team might bring two identical race cars, nice and easy. We, on the other hand, bring everything from tiny aerial atoms to enormous American muscle cars. Because of the massive difference in many of the vehicles we're loading, decks even need to be adjusted during loading just to get the cars on. Every vehicle has its own quirks. Some are too long, some too wide, some too low, some weigh far too much, and some simply refuse to play nicely with our transporter ramps.
For Dan's viewers, that was all in the enjoyment of a sausage roll. It's the only reason I can drive this luxurious vehicle. Sausage roll power.
Load plans even come down to the drivability of each car, as to where it can be loaded. For example, many of our Lamborghinis can only go in certain spaces because of the automatic clutch. Loading one of these trucks isn't transport, it's competitive Tetris. Don't forget, these transporters were designed with sensible European cars in mind. Then, someone handed us a Dodge Charger that's roughly the size of a detached house.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. It's like taking a breath, you know? Just happens.
Every load is one giant automotive jigsaw puzzle. The aerial atom becomes that awkward little corner piece that somehow makes everything else fit.
Your turn.
Thank you.
The viewers, you know?
This right here is that new shit. This right here is
Just squeezing it in that arch.
Yeah, it's not nice on this one. That's the one. Don't smile, man.
What? You can't smile.
I know.
Then the viewers know that you're being watched. You gotta invite them to your home, to your safe space.
Casual.
Yeah, it's casual, man. You know, they all put them in dogs. That's why you gotta be casual, yeah? What does the boy sound like?
So which way is it to Abingdon? Just remind me. You've got to do the old. That's not going anywhere.
Every car is strapped down on all four corners, because the only thing worse than driving 300 miles is discovering your Lambo has decided to do it without you.
Something's worth doing. It's worth doing right.
Tapi itu jus, pastikan nama di news. Hari-hari pasti push, bitch. Hari-hari pasti push. Lanjut terus, makan semua beat yang ada karena memang kami masih rakus paling bagus. Tidak bisa kau paus, tak ada jalan lurus jatuh bangun itu harus gas terus. Tak ada kata stop dalam tubuh kamus. Yup, jangan tunggu terlalu lama ada ide.
Once everything is strapped down, the decks are lowered as far as physically possible. Close enough to make everyone nervous, but hopefully not close enough to touch anything expensive.
I really got time to beat it up like 1, 2, 3, repeat million times.
Well, it's the morning of the day before the event. The trucks are all packed up and ready to go. We're going to be jumping in with Matt today. Everything good to go, Matt?
I think so, mate. We'll soon find out when we get there. There's nothing there. But yeah, I think we're all good.
Excellent. Well, let's get going. What's going on already?
Nothing, don't record Alex, Steve. Look at it. The aircon stopped working.
The aircon? Well, we need that. Can you fix that, please?
Yeah, on it now.
That was going suspiciously well, because we'd barely left the yard before something decided to misbehave.
New version available. I have to edit this out. We need a traffic warden.
Great traffic warden. What did you do?
Huh?
What did you do?
I went into fast mode. James took Lazera.
Fixed?
Yeah, we got aircon.
Hey!
Hey, jump down, we're going.
Luckily, the Blendini bunch had been doing this long enough to expect the unexpected. A quick fix later, and we're finally on the way.
So Matt, can you tell me a little bit about why we're having to go all the way around here? Because whenever I come from the unit to go home, I'm on the M4 in like 10 minutes, and so far we're 15 minutes in and we're still nowhere near the M4.
So, because where we're based, it's very, well, it's countryside. There's some very low trees, so we've got to take the easiest route for the trucks so we don't damage the cars as we're heading out of sight. So it takes us 35 minutes to get to the M4, where usually it takes us about 20 going the other way.
Ah, that's a bit of a pain. So trees.
Yes,
Trees.
are our enemy. Heading towards Cardiff Airport, Barry, and then we head to the 5 mile lane, which takes us back onto the A48 and down to Carvos Cross.
That is before we even really start eating up into the journey itself then.
Yep, and it also takes a quarter of a tank of diesel to get us there.
40 minutes in now, and it's time for what every truck driver secretly looks forward to, the services.
This is every single journey.
Every single journey. We pull in, we get fuel, we get a coffee, We give the bird behind the counter a kiss and we're away.
The typical truck driver life.
That's it, unless it's a man, I run away. Trucker's choice.
What is the trucker's choice?
Oh, latte.
Coffee, toilet, stretch the legs, then wonder why a sausage roll now costs the same as a mortgage payment.
You don't twiddle my thumbs.
Quarter of a tank has already disappeared from our diesel reserves, so fueling is mandatory. Matt also failed to kiss the girl behind the counter again.
Guys, if you're watching this video, turn this beeping sound off.
And just for the people at home, that beeping sound?
That's our tracker. We're watched everywhere we go. Let's roll.
Coffees and road snacks in hand, we hit the road again.
It's got to be the world's slowest overtake.
Hiya!
The amount of people that gawp and stare.
Yeah.
Does it ever become like a problem, or?
It does. People slow down right next to us, people overtake us, people pulling the hard shoulders away from us to pass.
Really?
Yeah, pull back out, it's dangerous.
What piece of advice we can give our viewers next time they spot us on the motorway?
You know, encourage them to overtake as quick as they can.
Take a look safely.
But most of the people who pass us are single drivers and they're using their phone while driving, so if you're listening, get off your phone! England's coming home. And now we pass one of the strongest tides in the world.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like the second or third strongest tide in the world.
Yeah. There you go.
Stupid fact of the day.
Fun fact of the day, yeah?
As you can see to my right, we have an idiot looking at the cars, slowing everybody else down. She's fit. Oh, we got a wave too.
With all of this time, we'll find out a little bit more about what it takes to be a truck driver for this kind of industry, because like you've said before, Matt, it's actually really unique compared to pretty much any other industry, isn't it? Even the motorsport industry is different from that as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. As you know, we drive the trucks to the events, we offload them, we do the event, and we drive home. You know, we're not on the road every day, all night. We literally just go to our venue, do our event, and come home. That's all it takes. So I got my HGV license through the army, so I drove HGVs basically all over the world. And when I left the military, that's what I did. I worked for an agency doing a bit of truck driving. But the funny thing is, when I left the military, a job for a HGV driver for blending heat came up. And I didn't take it because I just left the army, spent a lot of time away from home. And then when I was made redundant back in 2023, this job came up and I took it, and the rest is history.
Never looked back since then. How do you plan the journey, or is that something that's done kind of from base?
So there is a lot of planning involved with regards to the logistics, moving the trucks from base to where we're going. And obviously then we get diversions, we get road closures, which cause decent issues because, you know, we got low bridges, we got trees, and we can't just take any route. I'm quite weird, I don't use sat-navs. I normally do the route and I memorize it, and then we just keep going. The only thing that confuses me is when we do get a diversion, you get all sorts of arrows to follow, and you get triangles, diamonds, circles, and I never know which one to go. So I just take my pick and just hope for the best. Every time we go on the road, we've got obstacles to get over, and we just get over them. As long as we get to the event and it's all set up, we'll sort out the homecoming later on.
So what would be your dream truck to drive then?
I'm going to say it, but touch wood, Volvo's are reliable. They get us where we need to go. As long as it's got aircon, a bit of music, I don't care. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you've got a V8 Scania or a Volvo with only 400 brake horsepower. You know, you can only do 56. This has got 450.
450, and that's still...
And it's not enough to pull one people.
Ask any HGV driver to rank Britain's motorway services, and you'll likely start a debate that you don't really want to get into.
They should make a drive-through Starbucks for a trucker.
I mean, that would be really handy and probably get a hell of a lot of business.
Old McDonald's, either one.
A truck drive-through. There you go, if you're watching Major Brands, truck drive-throughs. Stop number 2 done.
Let's roll.
What's the best venue that we run to drive to? What's probably the easiest one that you like doing?
The easiest one for us is Abingdon. Same as this again. You know, it's straight down the motorway, straight off the A34, and we're in there.
What about the worst one to get to? What's the hardest one?
Between two, so we've got Tippenham and we've got Carver, so they're both in the Norwich area. Very tight roads, very tight turns, a lot of houses, which you've got to keep an eye on your swing as you turn around.
It's not glamorous until you get up to the points of Formula One or anything like that, where you are getting kind of big glamorous stays. It is if you want to be part of it, you've got to get your hands dirty.
You know, we don't get the banquet every day.
Kind of, not at all.
All we get is a meal deal from the services and we're going again.
What kind of advice would you give to someone who wants to come into this kind of lifestyle? You know, because broaching into motorsport is bloody hard. You know, getting into Formula One is nigh on impossible. Car chase can kind of give that opportunity, but what advice would you give to anyone?
So just come and give it a go. You know, come as a customer, see how we work. You know, talk to our staff, they'll explain it all to you. If you want to become a truck driver in Car Chase Heroes, then, you know, come and give it a go. Come and talk to us. If you don't give it a go, you don't know. It is different. It's unique. It's a lifestyle. It's not a job. You have fun. You know, the team is great. And you get to travel the country meeting new people. You've got so many different job roles. You don't have to be an instructor. You could be a truck driver and do a bit of hospitality. You could be on car park one weekend. It's all,
there's no weekend is ever the same.
Never. You know, we're in the wind and the rain and we're in the sunshine. It's all weathers. It's just like being in the military, but you don't have that idiot shoving down your throat.
And do you love it?
I do.
Yeah?
As much as it is stressful at times, but, you know, it's the name of the game.
You either bleed green or you don't.
That's it, mate. I bleed oil. Dump the truck, go home.
I'm actually pleasantly surprised. This is the first bit of traffic we've seen.
Yeah, it is. Been fairly quiet. This road's always busy.
Oh, we're stuck in this lane. So when we are going up these big hills, how many gears does this thing have?
It's got 12 gears. I am currently in 9th and I'm going to drop again.
So what would be like 9th equivalent to in a car?
2nd. So she's screaming.
And when you say screaming, it's still only, what's that, 1700 RPM?
Yeah, it is indeed, yeah.
But it only goes up to 2,500 at the red line anyway. Not that we've ever seen the red line in a truck, but...
no comment.
This is it. Half a mile.
Well, this race is going to take us 2 hours.
Woo! Cheers for water, friend!
Several hours, countless motorway miles, and more coffee than is medically advisable later, we finally arrive at Abingdon. The journey may be over, but for the events team, the day has only just begun. An empty airfield has to become a fully operational driving experience, and step one is somehow getting every single car back off the truck in one piece. quicker than loading, but one mistake here can ruin the entire event before the first customer even arrives.
Matt, can you look at the camera at some point?
Yeah.
You made light work of that, Cole.
Is this the part where I walk away? Keep going.
That's everything unloaded now. As you can see, all the cars lined up ready for the event. However, there is still plenty to do to make this airfield into a fully fledged driving event. So we need to go and get on with that. Anyway, come and join us next time on another episode of Under the Hood.